these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Start us off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. I know this Cotton Bowl is divided 50-50, but it's been mostly crimson and cream lately, Jesse.
And I think Texas, their players, their coaches, and their fans, they're just getting sick and tired of these outcomes, results, and the narrative too, David. At some point, players just got to step up, make plays, and win the game.
Yeah, they get tired of hearing about it because all year long you hear about it. Then the next year, and when you put this losing streak together like they have, all they've done has been talked about in a negative fashion.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. 1st down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground. And now they've gotten another 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Fakes to catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He caught it! To the end zone! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage. open guy and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a second time in the opening quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires on the move. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that's a good example there.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Calls his own number. Finds some fresh air. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Looking downfield. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level. Right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football. And we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Fowler. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Looking to throw on 1st down. Myers on the move. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he's got some space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Under fire. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he's a little too far out of the... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Back's going for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5 of this offense powering toward a score. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Off the play fake. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Looking for a man. It's Fowler. The sure hands. It's Durant. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. On target to the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on 1st down from the 30. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important.
Turns it on down the left side. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. Here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's moved.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Into the end zone. Touchdown! Longhorns! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. At the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, forget the read game. I'm taking this myself. Look at the big play. Look at the space open up. He sees it. He pulls the ball out of the belly, and he is off to the races. Barely gets caught, but he gets a huge play for this offense.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Back to throw, it's Fowler. Right on the money. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Durant. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Going to try to get it himself. Got some room under the goal line. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
Breaks into the open. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler. They get him a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Allen. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going for it all. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Sooners are marching down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's a heat. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that score looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And oh man, there's some... So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Fires to the wideout. All alone as he catches it. He'll be... And forced out of bounds, mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air, it's Fowler. Makes the grab. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Durant. Just what the... Four on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Wants to throw it. Going for it all. And he's got it! Touchdown! To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Got the back over the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Allen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football.
Here comes the Texas offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. Makes the grab, it's Durant. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find it.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They'll run for it. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Durant.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. It'll be third and long. Wants to keep it in the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They want that clock to run. Finds a little space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This result going to open some eyes around the country. They've proven behind this passing game they probably need to be ranked a little bit higher right now in the top 10.
Yeah, and mission accomplished. This is how you do it. Big stage, everybody watching. You beat a team that's ranked higher than you in this fashion. Throwing the football all over the yard, explosive offense. This will bode well.
He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Cricket.
Dropping back, it's Fowler. Quick strike complete. Turning it on! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas.